Season 3 Reloaded of Warzone is here, and I figured I'd give you guys an updated best list of sniper rifle loadouts for the new season. I know a lot of you guys on the channel are fans of the sniper rifle side of Warzone, and you guys are fan of my sniping and my sniping videos in the past. Some of my best performing stuff on the YouTube channel has been sniper videos, so I wanted to give you guys a little bit more of that. So guys, if you enjoy today's video, if you get any type of value out of these sniper loadouts, and if you use any of them and you have some success, make sure you comment down below and let me know which ones you like the most. Let me know which snipers you guys have been using in Warzone Season 3. And if you like today's video, make sure you drop a like, because it really helps the algorithm. I'm serious. Just like the video. Also, I invite you guys to check out my other YouTube channel, which is more for short form content, called Loochy. Link will be in the description and pinned comment. You can go check out TikTok style videos, short clips from the stream, all that jazz. It's fun. It's quick. You get in and out. Is that sus? Anyway, you beautiful people, enjoy the video, enjoy these sniper loadouts, and we'll see you in the next one. Okay, now before we get into these snipers, I just want to say that I organized this list in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 being the best, in my opinion, and 5 being the worst. They're not really any particular hardcore order, but in my opinion, what I've been having the most fun using, from least favorite to most favorite. But any of these top 5 sniper loadouts are amazing, and I think you should give them a try in Warzone. So let's go into number 5. Also, first and foremost, I just want to say every one of these sniper loadouts is equipped with dual M19s and a high alert class, just for the sake of argument. You can use whatever you want as your sniper secondary, so don't pay attention to that. This is mainly just focused on the sniper builds. First and foremost, we got the elephant in the room, the ZRG. Now, the ZRG has the absolute fastest bullet velocity in the game. Now that all of the combat recon barrels have been buffed for the sniper rifles, it beats out the Tundra, it beats out the HDR, it beats out everything with this build. You got agency moderator, combat recon barrel, the newly updated 5 milliwatt laser, which now increases aim down sight time, so our ADS speeds are better with snipers. This is for all sniper rifles now, Cold War snipers, so that's great. The 5-round mag and the serpent wrap, again, for ADS speed. Now, if you wanted to change a couple of things up, the only thing I would say maybe get rid of is get rid of the 5-round and throw something like a 3 times or 3 times optic on it if you want a no glint option. And this is kind of going to be the same for all of the Cold War snipers that we talk about today, but then you do lose the ammo attachment. One of the biggest things about the ZRG is the default mag size is 3 shots. Now, if you're deadly accurate, 3 shots is kind of like, all right, cool. But if you miss a couple like me, I mean, I used to be the sniper king, but maybe not so much anymore, so I might need the extra shots. So I kind of like having the extra shots, so I go with the ammo 5-round attachment, and this is the ZRG that works for me. For what it does, this gun has the fastest bullet velocity, and if you're trying to just snipe at long ranges, this is your number 1 option. Now, coming in at number 4, the next big dog, the Tundra. Now, this Tundra build used to have the fastest bullet velocity until the ZRG came out. So you might be asking yourself, well, why are you ranking the Tundra above the ZRG? Honestly, the Tundra just feels really good now after these ADS buffs that we got. The 5 milliwatt laser sight that gives us more ADS speed, combined with the serpent grip, the Tundra just feels really good to use. I've also experimented with the Tundra build that didn't have the wrap suppressor, but had the newly buffed sound moderator on there, which gives us aim down sight speed, bullet velocity, and sprint to fire speed. The Tundra already has a lot of bullet velocity, so I've also been experimenting with this build just to give me a little bit more ADS speed on the Tundra, and it's felt really good. So I feel like the Tundra is in a great spot. If they could just adjust and this is for a future upload, by the way. If they could just give us customizable reticles like we have for the Modern Warfare snipers, a lot of these Cold War snipers would start to feel even better, because I could choose the reticle on my scope. I can't do that right now, but again, we're going to talk about that in a future video, because I actually got a response from Raven Software on Twitter, the handlers of Warzone, and that might be coming soon, so stay tuned for that video. But that being said, no matter how you run it, if you want to run it for maximum bullet velocity, you go with the wrap suppressor. You can experiment with a faster aim down sight speed build and go something with the sound moderator. Maybe get rid of the fast mag here, and maybe throw on an axial 3-time scope. And this build is an extremely fast ADS Tundra build, which is also really good. So guys, experiment with the Tundra. I promise you, the Tundra is in a very good spot now for a lot of different builds, and you're probably going to enjoy it a lot more than you did before. I love the Tundra. Coming in at number 3, it is my baby. It is one of my favorite sniper rifles in the game. It's a Martian rifle. You know it. You love it. I've made like 1,700 videos on this thing. It's the SPR, baby. The SPR used to be the most broken gun in the game with the broken hit scan when it first came out. And even after they nerfed it, it still has one of the best bullet velocities in the game when you build it like this. This is how I like to build it. You don't have to build it for bullet velocity. You can basically turn this thing into a Car 98 just with a different name if you build it the ADS speed way. But this is my build. Mono suppressor, 26-inch barrel, tac laser, sniper scope, and Norma mags for maximum bullet velocity. Guys, this is still, in my opinion, the best sounding and one of the best performing sniper rifle builds in the game. It's a Modern Warfare gun. It's one of my favorite guns of all time that I've ever used in Warzone, and you can't go wrong with it. If you're curious what type of reticle I use on this, and again, wish we had customizable reticles for the Cold War snipers, and I hope that's coming soon. Look at all the options we have here. I use the cross thread. I used to use the cover shot here, but it's a little bit too thin, and sometimes I lose the lines on characters because it is so thin. So I pretty much just default always to the cross thread reticle here. But this SPR build, man, it's tried and true. You can't go wrong with it. If you wanted to switch up the SPR build a little bit more and maybe go with something a little more Car 98E and ADS speed focus, get rid of the barrel, throw the blitz stock on. Bada bing, bada boom, you're done. Basically what feels like a Car 98 with more range, faster bullet velocity. And this build is fantastic. A lot of my sniper friends use this build for the SPR. You really can't go wrong with this thing. Now, here is where it starts to get controversial because we're coming into number 2 and number 1. Number 2 might shock you and turn some heads, but this is just my opinion. Just my opinion as of recently. My favorite things to use. Number 2, probably going to make some people mad that it's not number 1. I'm fumbling over my words. I'm nervous to even admit this. The Car 98. Yes, I ranked the Car 98 at number 2. We'll get into that in a minute. Car 98 builds. Let's talk about them. Car 98 has been the dominant go-to sniper rifle option in Warzone for basically all of Warzone's existence, and most of you already know the loadouts by now. Monolithic suppressor, long barrel, tac laser, sniper scope, and F-tac sport comb for ADS speed. The only thing I would really switch up here is if you want to be a little bit more accurate and have a little less idle sway. I've been known to run the precision comb for aiming stability over the sport tac comb just because the ADS speed on the car is very good already to begin with. So I don't feel like you need all ADS speed attachments, but a lot of people prefer that playstyle of being all in on ADS speed fastest as possible, and that's truly what the Car 98 is all about. So most people are going to run this build right here, and that's completely fine. Again, reticle option for me would be the cross thread, but feel free to use what you like. There are plenty of options here. I do not have the blue dot, although I might get that because I want to experiment with it. The Car 98 is tried and true. I don't need to really go too far into why the Car 98 is as good as it is. You guys know that it's good. It's always been good. It's probably always going to be good unless they nerf it, which very well might happen. But honestly, it's starting to look like they're more so just going to buff the Cold War snipers because that's been what they've been doing recently. So I'm not expecting a Car 98 nerf like I was before. I'm more so expecting the Cold War snipers to keep getting adjustments and keep kind of leveling the playing field with things like the Car 98. So with that being said, let's talk about number 1. I just made a video about number 1 the other day, and you probably already saw it already, and if you didn't, well, I'm going to show it to you now. It is the Swiss K31. Round of applause for Raven Software for finally making the Car 98's direct competitor actually be better than the Car 98 in some situations. The Swiss, with all of the recent buffs to the Cold War snipers, the combat recon bullet velocity buff, the SWAT 5mm laser aim down sight speed buff, the sound moderator aim down sight speed buff and sprint to fire and bullet velocity buff with the sound moderator, all of these things, the serpent wraps, the wraps actually doing what they're supposed to do now, because remember, there was a long time where all of these wrap attachments actually hurt your ADS speed, believe it or not, because the attachments in Cold War were broken, but we're past that now, thank God. Guys, combination with all of these things just makes the Swiss K31 an absolute monster now. The ADS speed is unmatched. It's a faster aim down sight speed than the Car 98. And get this, you run the 3x scope with it, the axial arm scope. Not only do you have pretty similar zoom levels to the Car 98 with this, there's no glint. Yes, that's right. There's still no glint on the 3x. I believe they changed it recently, so you can no longer use the 4x without a glint. The 4x now gives you glint, but the 3x still glintless, baby. Run it up. It's a buffed Car 98 as far as I'm concerned. Now, a lot of people will complain about the ADS animation on the Cold War snipers, the Swiss in particular, and I get it. I agree with you. It's a little bit jarring. I'm not sure quite what's different about the ADS animation between the Car 98 and this. I believe I'm going to shout him out real quick. One Russian Left on TikTok. Maybe I'll even put his link down in the description below. I think he has a YouTube channel as well. One Russian Left actually did a TikTok breakdown about why the animation is so different and jarring with the Cold War snipers. And I think if they made this one change and kind of reverted it, it would fix it. I'm not getting into the details now. You can go check it out if you want, but I get it. The animation is slightly worse on the K-Swiss. The K-Swiss. I'm going to call it the K-Swiss. Isn't that a sneaker company? That's just what I want to call it for some reason. The Swiss is a beast. I am not capping. I used to hate this thing, but in combination with all of the recent Cold War sniper attachment buffs, this thing's a monster, man. And for right now, it's something new. It's something fresh. It's faster and snappier than the Kar 98. And once you get used to it, I promise you, you will love it. It's going to take a little bit of time, a little tenderness, a little TLC. But once you get used to the Swiss, it might just take over the Kar 98 for you too. That time will tell if everybody switches over to the Swiss. But right now, a lot of people have been chirping, and this thing's pretty good, man. I've been loving it. I hope you guys will too. So that's going to do it for my top 5 sniper loadouts of Warzone Season 3 Reloaded. This is an updated list. I hope you guys agree with me. I mean, actually, I don't really care if you agree with me. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, even though it might be wrong. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Use whatever snipers you like. Bottom line is the sniper diversity in Warzone right now is tremendous. You can basically use a host of different sniper rifles. These are just my personal top 5 picks. If you enjoyed today's content, make sure you drop a like on the video. Check to make sure you are subscribed with bell noties turned on. And look at what we have here. Look at over here in the loadouts. What does this say? Sub to Loot Shorts. Link in description below. Thank you. Oh, that's awfully nice of whoever wrote this. Yeah, you should check out the Shorts channel. Link in the description, and it's the pinned comment. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks. Peace.